Hello, everybody. I'm back again. So, this is going to be part one of creating that journal that everybody's been asking for me to do a tutorial on. So, um, I gathered some stuff, but I'm not really prepared. but, yeah. So, let me just put this away real quick. So what I did is I just went through all except for this, for throughout all my scraps and stuff that I save. Like for example, see this one, my ink was running out, and that's as far as I got. But I saved it because it could still be useful. Envelopes, of course. I'm going to be using these, especially in this color. That way I don't have to worry about distressing so much. I'm still going to distress, but you know, it's already kind of colored for me. And then I just found this. This was one of the covers from those music books that you find at the thrift store. I guess I was going to use it as a cover. I found it folded. I have some of these cards. I found these at a thrift store as well. They're, I guess, for I'm assuming a little cookbook index, um, index to a cookbook or yeah, recipe box. I don't know what you call those little thingies, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm starting already. But yeah, it's just pies and pastries, poultry, salads, and all kinds of stuff. So I figured it's good cardstock, so we can use that. I also have these large tags that my husband brought a couple for me from work, and I put this paper on top of this one. But yeah, these are fairly large. I figure I can use that. I also have some of these, and these are from Denise's shop. This is the large envelope with the window. I should pull out a large one so you guys could see, because I kind of already folded that one. But let me see. It's one of these, and they're just large envelopes. I don't know if you could see, but there's like the perforated little square that you just can pull out or not. I pulled it out on this one, and then I just folded it to use this piece here to create a pocket. But then it's open here, so you can insert the picture. And then I'm thinking of gluing it here and here. And I also left this side open, so you can use this as a tuck as well. So I was messing around with that, which I haven't decorated them. And then these here, she also has these on her shop, and I went ahead and just again folded it in half, made it into a little tuck, and then opened the top so I could insert that picture there. And I thought this would make a cute little insert inside of a mini. So yeah, those I want to I want to put them in the book we're going to create. This is one of the ones that I had left over from the other two journals I was creating. This was just a piece of those clasp envelopes, the small ones, a 6 by something. And I had this piece left, so I just folded it in half, sewed around, and left it open so I can use it as a little insert and then just punch my holes. But I, for some reason, didn't use it. Then I also grabbed, I think these are, I want to say they're playing cards, but I think they're the, maybe they are the playing cards. Hold on, let me see real quick. I got them right here. Found these old playing cards at a thrift store. And I thought, no, I think these are smaller. Yeah, these are way smaller. I'm I'm not sure. Maybe they're. I know that I used some cards and covered them in paper, book pages, and then leftover scrap pieces of paper I had. I'm thinking it's probably one of those journaling cards. Could it be? Yeah, it's just some journaling cards I think that I had used, but it's all put together. I don't know, guys. Flashcards maybe. It could be some of the flashcards for kids. See, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so you can use pretty much anything you want. So I'm not going to use those because they're small. I'll probably use them as an insert. And, okay, these don't belong here. So then, like I said, just go through your stuff and just look for, sturdy, because we're going to punch a hole, and I'm not going to put any eyelets. You can if you want. You could also put some of those little sticky enforcers. You can also use these, but that's optional. I haven't used them on any of my books so far, but you can. But I usually try to get something sturdy that I know it's not going to, come loose or anything. So, I think that's all I pulled out. Let me show you. Man, I pulled out all kinds of stuff. I got stuff everywhere. See, on this one, for the cover, I used cardstock. These I had already made. But this one here is the one I wanted to show you. This one here, pocket, it's a manila folder, and it was a large. This is where the flap goes that would fold. I just folded it, sewed around it, left it open here for a tuck. But see, it's not straight. I like that little thing there. It just gives it more interest to the book. So your pieces that you find, I guess is what I'm trying to say, they don't have to be perfect. See, some are square, some are rounded. I rounded the corners. But yeah, you can use whatever you want. See, this one here was a piece of cardstock. Again, I printed something. If you guys can see. It was, I found a freebie, but when I printed it out, it was too blurry. And these are some bunnies in there for that prayer journal that I did with bunnies. But I mean, the cardstock, it's good cardstock. I didn't want to throw it away, so I folded it in half, left the images on the inside, but it didn't matter because I ended up covering it. But I left them on the inside, so, but, that's what I'm saying. You just really use scraps, junk, stuff that you would probably throw away if it didn't print out properly. Depending on what it is, if it's a large piece, I keep it because you could always cover it up, So anyways, enough of that. Just want to pretty much let you guys know that, pieces of cardboard, and that's another one I want to try, but I don't have cardboard right now. I'm going to see if my husband can bring me a box from his job. Sorry guys, had a sip on my coffee. But anyways, let's get started. So, once you gather up your little bits and pieces, see, like these are already done. This one's already done. Let's start with these envelopes because I really like the envelopes. Now the envelopes that I'm using here is 7 1/4 by what? By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. 7 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just gonna cut it in half. So 7 1/4, so that would be here. Pretty much cut them right in the middle. If one's bigger than the other, it doesn't matter. But I'll just cut them in half, which, we're supposed to glue them, the lid, the flap here, and I didn't. That probably would be way easier than to do it after. It doesn't matter. Since I already started, I'm going to cut them like that. So, just right to the edge. You could fold it and cut it. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. And then you get your glue. This is my tacky glue, but I bought these little bottles at my dollar store, and you get 2 for $1. And it's not that thin, but it's to me it's good. I like it. So far this is like the best little bottle, and very cheap, that I've found. See, there you go. You guys could see the size of the way the glue comes out. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, we do need to seal our envelopes before we cut them, or you can do it after, either or, whatever is easier for you. So we just pretty much trying to get stuff that'll make our pockets. And I have to admit, I love this. These are so fun because you get to just play, look for stuff, and just use it. Whatever it is, the covers of these collection papers we buy, this you can use these covers and just cut them to size. And like I said, they look better when you don't. Which I have this pile here because the light hits, and I feel like it's gonna bug you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do a video today, and I don't know if we'll finish. I doubt it, but the very first one I made, I did do it in one day, but it pretty much took me the whole day, you know, on and off. And I think I had only 10 pages, and then plus the covers. So that wasn't too bad. And then, you know, I was all into it, so I finished it. The cover was the only thing I redid the next day because I wasn't too happy with the cover. And I was very happy that a lot of you guys liked it. So anyways, so we got these. So we got 4 of those. We got 2 of these. And then this one. Let's see, what else am I going to use? I want to use one of these. But even though they're sturdy, I'm thinking. Okay. What I am thinking of doing is this one. I haven't, you know, done this idea on any of my books yet, but I'm thinking what we can do is cut a little bit, just enough to, you know, I'm thinking of sewing these around, and then you have this pocket here, and then you still have that little tab. So yeah, these will be sewn together. I like that. And then for this piece of cardstock, I'm just going to fold it in half. Get the bone folder. And I'm just going to press, and that will be one of my little pockets. Does it stick out a lot? Not really. So this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew around it, but I'm also going to leave an opening for a tuck. For these little books, well, like I said, I was inspired by Jenny Miller, and she's got all kinds of little tucks and back pockets and, you know, all kinds of little areas where to insert, and she's got a lot of cute little inserts too. This one, I'm thinking of cutting it in half. That can make 2 pages too, or maybe we can use this at the cover. Yeah, maybe I'll leave that for the cover. This one, these are very bright orange. I don't know where the other ones are, so I can show you the original one. I think this one I copied dyed because the little circle thingies fell off. And then it looks like I distressed it a little. But I'm thinking of lifting this and making it as a pocket. But I'm thinking maybe I should cut it instead of folding it, because, you know, these little books end up getting really bulky. So I'm going to go about 5. So this piece, I left it out as 5 inches. And then this one, I'm going to sew it right here. And then that'll be my little pocket there. So that'll be one. So let me see, how many do I have? So this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3, this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably going to use only 2 of these. And I'm going to use 2 of these. These are, I see a hair. These are the ones I did that tutorial on. So I won't be doing these. If anybody wants to make some of these as pages for your journal, you can just go and look at my tutorial how I did these. I'm going to try to remember to link it on the bottom of this video. But I'm going to use 2 of these. Let's see. Oh, that one got bent. I like her. I want a chick. And I like her. Okay, so those will be my 2 I'm going to use. Put this back. Okay, so I think we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're good. Move this out of the way. Pop it over there. So, since these are done, we don't have to do anything. We'll just be punching holes on those. These, what I did is I covered them up. Now here, well, these are already done, so I'll put these aside too. And this one, it's already done. I used some of that sewing pattern tissue paper on this side, and on this side I just left it as is, just distressed it, and then I did do some stamping. So that was kind of done. I'm gonna leave that one alone. So we're gonna deal with these ones here. So when you're in this point, you got to figure out, you want to use a paper napkin. You don't have to decoupage anything. You can just distress it. You could add, you know, scrapbook paper, whatever you want to do. I'm going to try to do something similar to the one you guys really like. So I'm going to use a paper napkin. And let me get it real quick. I have some right here. I'm going to use the same one that I used, if I can find it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh my goodness. It wants me to really look. Okay. I guess you guys are saying, well, why didn't you prepare yourself? I know, huh, guys? Hold on, let me go to the other one better, because I guess I finished the one I had there. But this is the one I used on for the first book that I showed you guys, and then the second one I used one of these. So I'm gonna pull one of each out. I'm not sure if oh, that it was only one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use both or just one. But let's see. We're gonna open it up. Now, if you guys watch my goodness, what's your name? Well, let's try her idea. Irene, Crafty Irina, there you go. She showed with a piece of tape you could pull out the layers of the napkins, which I tried it and it worked, but because I'm on video, let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, it's not doing it. Because I probably don't have the magic touch. There it is. And you just pull this out. And make sure you do this, because then the pretty one's going to come up and this is the one that's going to get glued, and we don't want that one. So once we have this, I went ahead and cut it in half. I'm going to use my scissors. Or you can just tear it. We are going to tear it anyways, but so let me move half of it out of the way. So then you're going to grab your Mod Podge or your Decoupage, whatever glue you want to use, puzzle glue. I have my Mod Podge in here, which I found these little containers at Michael's. And I had very little Mod Podge left in the container. You know, it's a big one, so, you know, I had to scoop it in there. So I poured it in here and just wrote Mod Podge. And this is the matted one, which is the yellow one. So that's what I'm going to be using. And let me grab my brush over here. So the first part is the ugly part. We got to get our hands dirty, guys. That's the ugly part. So this book is so cute. I loved it, but it requires more work, you know, to do it, in my opinion, but it's worth it. So anyways, okay. So we're gonna grab, I'm gonna grab these two first because I want to cover where that line is. So I'm just gonna grab this and tear a piece. I really hope you guys paused and went and got some pieces of stuff, and that way we can do it together. That'd be cool. So I don't want to cover it all completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut pieces of it. And, you know, even if I cut the whole flower, that's okay. We want to give it that grunginess. Actually, let me put a piece of paper. This is a Tim Holtz work surface, and it'll come out no problem, but still, I hate the cleaning. I thought I had napkins here. What is this? Here we go. They gave me this from Kaiser for information. You can use this. So what I'm going to do is just put the Mod Podge where you're going to layer the napkin. I'm going to be using the napkin, and I'm going to be using book pages, which I probably should do the book page first. But, I mean, on some I'll just use the napkin, on some I'll just use the book page. It depends, you know, you want to make them look different. You don't want to make them all look the same. So, you want to put a little bit of something to each. Now this one, I'm going to just pop it there. And try not to really think about it, because the more we think, the less we do. So just go with the flow. This is the napkin you want, or the color you want. Just pop it in there without really thinking so much, because if you think too much, you don't get anything done. I know that's happened to me. So yeah, guys, like I said, this is messy. I need a book page, which it looks like I didn't get it. Let me see. Let me grab this one. And I just, oh, this one's glued already. When I want to use book pages to tear up, you know, use them as, you know, little scraps to put, I can't find any. I find the ones that I already folded in two so I can make pockets out of them. I'm telling you. And I have this little box here with scraps. See, I have some of this tissue paper. But this is one that's folded in half. You see, it only happens when you're doing videos. This doesn't happen when I'm just working on my own. Well, sometimes. Anyways. Okay, let's put this one aside for now, and then grab the other one. Oops. And let me get up and get some paper, because it's driving me nuts. Actually, I have this one here. I'll probably use this one then, so I don't have to. I found this old Charlotte's Web book. It's like really old. It's tearing. The pages are very, very, very fragile. They just break easily. But I love the color. And yeah, it was all tore up and stuff, but I liked it. So grab some Mod Podge, and I'm going to probably put it in the top. But yeah, I saw a lot of messages from you guys on my YouTube channel for that Christmas journal I made, which I haven't gotten around to answering them all, but Thank you so much, guys, for commenting. That just makes my day. It's just sometimes it is hard to just go and answer them all at once. And then, well, one of the reasons why I didn't answer too is because my mother-in-law stopped by today. But she didn't stay that long. Thank God. But she came. So, after we do that, we grab our... I'm going to have to put it on this side because I don't want... If for some reason, like here, I don't know if you guys could see it, the napkin kind of folded so you have a little crease there. I don't care because, like I said, you want to do grungy, old. You want to make sure it looks old. So if you make it all pretty, then no. Take that piece off. So I'm going to let this piece dry so I can do the back. Pop that one over there. And actually, this one, I want to put a piece of paper. But yeah, I should have prepared myself better and got all my stuff I was going to use, but I figured, oh no, I'm fine. I already picked the things I'm going to use for my page, but I'm a mess, guys. So that goes there. Hope my lighting's not too bad, guys. Which I see the glare on this book. There. Just put that one over there. And then this is the one that I want to sew together. So I'm only going to do this side and then the back. So, like I said, anything goes, guys. You just basically want to cover it to look grungy, and at the same time we're giving it all these layers that it's going to make it thicker where it'll last longer and it won't be so thin. So for this one I'm going to use I have some of this paper here. I glue that baby there. See all these scraps of coffee dyed paper? Will work for this, guys. So save your scraps, but only if you're going to use it. If not, don't save them because you're going to have tons of mountains of papers. I know I've done that. Like, oh, I should save this. They said to save it, and then I'm like, okay, save it for what? I have like 10 containers full of scraps. But then I'm like, okay, but I think the reason is because we got to use them. If we don't use them, well, then that's not cool. So I have 2 small boxes that I have on my side, and when I see a good size paper that I can reuse, and I'll use it. See, like this old, just little bits and pieces. I just want to cover the back. Oops. So throw that one over there. And then this one, that's my front, so I'm going to turn it around and cover this side now. And let me see what other scraps I have here. There was one piece that I don't see anymore. There was a bigger piece. I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, I need to go grab me another bottle of this stuff because I'm already at the end of it. Hope you guys don't get disturbed by my kids in the background. I have the door closed, but this room is not soundproof, so I apologize. But if I'm gonna do this video, I'm gonna have to shoot. It's already, well, okay. Fold this puppy in half. But yeah, it's just hard to do videos. This morning I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wake up early and do the video before the kids wake up. I woke up at 10, guys. So no, was not able to. They woke up a little bit after me, so. And I had asked my husband, wake me up. You know, call me at this time, but it's his fault too, because he didn't wake me up. Just kidding. You can blame my poor hubby. But yeah, right now this probably looks like, what is Patty doing? It's gonna look cute, guys. It's gonna look cute. I found me another piece of, no, but that don't go. Do I see any type of, I just basically like to put different kinds of paper just to give it a different look. What is this? I'm not sure what this is, but I want to put that piece there. And then I'm going to sew around it. You don't have to, but I'm going to sew around all my little pockets. I like the sewing look to them. I'm just going to tear that. Once they're dry, we just grab our scissors and cut all around them. So this is the one that I folded in half. That's the one I want to use next. Now for this one, I'm thinking of using this paper here. This is the one that I got at the hardware store. I think it's called drop-in paper for when you paint. It has that like glossy finish, like a paper you would use to bake. Wait, I need this. This surface works good, but I have to get my little sponge from the kitchen and soap and water, and it cleans it up very easily. But do I want to do that? Of course not. My frame, yes. So yeah, guys, my daughter finally got out of the hospital. She's been here since, what was it, Friday? No. Yeah, Friday. I think she got out last week, Friday. But she's leaving to Dad's this well, tomorrow, Thursday. She's gonna go spend Christmas with him, and then she says, I'll be back in 2 weeks, Mom. Give you a break. So I'm gonna miss her, especially in Christmas, but she wants to go see her dad, and her dad also wants her down there, so she's leaving me. But she's doing much better, guys. Hopefully that lasts. Let me open it better. Put some glue. You know, I bought these gloves that they use at I guess hospitals. Because I guess because of my anxiety. See, like this paint here that you guys see, like after a while it gives me anxiety, so I have to go and wash my hands, and then I feel better. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I'm thinking it's because of my anxiety. I don't know, but I've been known, like they tell me, oh, you're so anal, because you know there's certain things I do certain ways, but I guess I don't know. That's why I always say I'm weird. But yeah, my friend, my co-worker slash best friend that I had, which we haven't spoken in like forever, told me that she would tell me you're anal because I had to have things a certain way in my desk. And if somebody went, got a pen, whatever it was, I knew. I would just ask her, who was in my desk? She's like, how the heck do you know? I just know. I just know. So yeah, she would say that I was anal. I go, I guess. And then when, you know, I'm sure I've told you guys I divorced from my first marriage, and you know, I was living alone for a while, for years now, and one of my daughters moved in with me, and that was kind of, it was fun, but it was difficult because I was already used to having my house a certain way, and you know how kids are. I mean, she was a teenager at that time, but I get ansias. Like I could not go to bed until everything was clean and in order. And if she left things a certain way, it just irked me. You know, I'm those people that if I'm cooking, I I wash dishes as I go because I don't want to have this mountain of dishes when I'm done. And like my husband loves to cook. I love when he cooks, but OMG, that man is so freaking messy. Like splatters everywhere. I hate cleaning the stove. That's one thing I really don't like. And this man, oh my goodness. Like, just because he cooks good, he cooks. Because if not, I wouldn't let him cook. He's a mess for that. And I told him, haven't you seen Ratatouille? You're supposed to keep your area clean. He's like, true chefs don't worry about that stuff. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, this anxiety thing sucks. And I blame it on that. I blame it on that.